media, isn't it, at the moment? I mean, everything is so easy to access, and, you know, just in general, you know, if anything happens on the other side of the world, you know about it straight away, whereas even 10 years ago, it would take time to filter through. I mean, I can remember the Falklands War quite vividly, and sitting every night watching the news, and that chat would come on, and that was how you would find out what had gone on in the Falklands, whereas now, in Iraq and Afghanistan, you can pick it up as it happens, and I think that's the difference.
A great call, Andy. Thank you so much for pulling over for us.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that. I think Andy got out just in time. His youngsters were just before this, when texting was very expensive and you could afford like 20 texts in a bundle, so you used them very carefully, whereas nowadays you get them for nothing. Doreen's in Benfleet's got a few Americanisms for us. Before I do that, I'm just going to give the number out, 01245 49 50 50. Do you agree, though, with Andy that the phones for the kids were private and they should have their privacy? Or do you think, no, I check them? Doreen, a few Americanisms.
Yes, hello, Sadie.
Hello.
Yes, I have here harassment.
Yes.
Contribute.
Contribute or yes.
Research.
Research or...
Yeah, instead of research.
Yeah.
Distribute.
Yes. Distribute or distribute?
Yes.
Oh, I don't even know which ones are English.
Then we've got Sudan. Data.
Yeah, data or data, I don't know if that is... I mean, Andy said privacy, or is it privacy?
Yes, that's true. But these words sound as if they should have a hyphen in them.
Yeah, they do.
Like harass, meant. Tribute.
Contribute, was it contribute?
Yes.
Oh, you've screwed me up completely now, Doreen. I thought I knew what I was talking about, and now I'm wondering. I think I'm maybe not at all. Doreen, thank you so much for that. Great words there. Contribute, privacy or privacy. Caribbean, what do you think? What annoys you? 01245 49 50 50.
Hello, I'm Ray Clark. Wake up with me tomorrow morning. I'll kickstart your morning with the very latest local, national and international news stories, an update to the weather forecast, all the latest from the news and the blues, travel news every 15 minutes, and plenty of Planet Ray. Morning, Ray. I believe it was last Tuesday morning you mentioned Watfordshire. I've been to Watford, but never to Watfordshire. Can you give me directions, please? Are you still looking? Yes, they've been driving around the M25 Ray said there's Watford. I can't find them. Even if they are halfway. No. We're in Essex. Just well, that's why you said you might be in Essex, not I'm from the breakaway republic. Wake up with me tomorrow morning, BBC Essex. Across the county, broadcasting live from the birthplace of radio. This is BBC Essex.
Just gone one is the latest BBC Essex news with Nick Gallagher.
Good afternoon. The search is continuing this afternoon for two missing sailors from the Southend area. Their boat capsized off the coast of Portugal over the weekend. A third man from Rochford was rescued. Chris Hull, who's in his 50s, and 24-year-old Glenn Foster haven't been seen since early Saturday when their yacht was caught in bad weather. Gail Pawson is editor of Yachts and Yachting magazine in Southend.
Quite an exposed bit of coastline along there. It's directly across on the Atlantic. You've got the big Atlantic swell, and it's a big coastline for surfers, which says a lot about the kind of waters they would have been sailing in that kind of breeze and those kind of conditions.
An Essex Patients Group is urging the NHS to learn from any mistakes that happen in the county's hospitals. An investigation by BBC Essex has found a series of errors locally. However, Peter Blackman, who's from Essex Patient Link, believes such cases are in the minority.
Everybody's in the health service to do good. In the work that I've done in Mid-Essex, I've seen an increasing culture of transparency and openness about this, where they want to be learning organisations who do take it extremely seriously in their organisations when things go wrong.
And there's much more information on the BBC Essex investigation on our website, bbc.co.uk/Essex. 4 men have been jailed for growing cannabis with an estimated street value of £2 million at a drugs factory at Heybridge near Malden. They were sentenced at a hearing at Chelmsford Crown Court yesterday. The 4 have been jailed for a total of more than 16 years. Investigation is underway this lunchtime following a flat fire in Colchester. No one was injured in that blaze at Hythe Quay. Its cause is unknown. The Chancellor has announced that he's increasing this year's bank levy to raise an extra £800 million. The tax on profits, which was imposed in January, was originally due to be phased in. The announcement comes before the conclusion of a deal on getting the banks to lend more to businesses. The BBC's political correspondent Laura Kuenssberg says it's a very unusual step.
I asked a former minister this morning when the last time an announcement like this would have been made about a tax outside a budget, and they couldn't think of another example. It is highly unusual, and that therefore might lead us to conclude that the timing is not just about the decision that's been made, the timing is also about the politics of what has been going on, and the fact that while the government has been struggling to get a final agreement with the banks, they want to send a message to the public that they are not going easy on them.
BBC News has learned that Cambridge University is considering plans to charge tuition fees of £9,000 for every subject, the maximum level allowed. The proposal, which has been submitted to the university's council for a final decision, is the first indication that a university is preparing to charge